exciting things about this project is that it sort of began with my learning about the work of the artists in Brazil and sending out a tweet saying, this work is extraordinary. And then I sent the information to Jane Golden, who runs the Mural Arts program, and said, Jane, you've got to take a look at what these guys are doing. This would be perfect for Philadelphia. And I opened up the email and I looked at this image by these two artists, Haas and Hahn, and I was like, oh my God. And his email said, we should do this in Philly. And I'm like, yes.
I would just always say yes to anything like that.
You get the opportunity to paint a whole street, fuck it, I'm gonna grab that, he's gonna grab that. We're gonna come out and grab that opportunity, you know? That's amazing.
Like Vila Cruzeiro, where we worked in Brazil, was seen as the scariest neighborhood in Rio. And then you just decide to move there and show that it's not. And the same goes for here. People are kind of scared of this neighborhood. And a lot of people, when we just got here, were like, from Mural Arts, and people we met were like, are you really gonna move there? I mean, we're kind of worried about you guys. It's really not really a safe place. So we just feel it's only right to get a good feel for the neighborhood before you make any decisions, before you make any design decisions, or you need to just settle down and get to know people first.
They just came with a little paper, you know, to show what color the whole design's gonna be like. And my boss said, just go ahead and do it.
I started out not really being a lover of art like that.
It did a sampling of it. I said, well, I'm not quite there yet. But as it moved down the block, you begin to see the uniformity and the lack of uniformity in terms of the way it was done.
But then each day, when we went on the, on Germantown Avenue, I started, like really looking at it, and it started looking better and better. And I'm like, oh, okay, I like this.
And I said to make the doghouse look nice, because I worked there. And I mean, change the color of the environment. It looked real good.
It really caught my eye. It's like pretty much something that people talk about every time they drop down the avenue. And the broader it got, the more it grew on me, and then I really like it.
And one thing about Dre and Dre, when they ask for something to get done, it happens. They do whatever has to be done to make it happen.
But walking down the avenue on the parade, that was the most amazing part. Because then I see people coming out the shops, and we had the drums, and people, you saw people smiling, and that you don't see a lot over here, like on the avenue.
Yeah.
Some of the guys on our crew really would still be standing on a corner selling narcotics. And now they walk around with this thing with the city of Philadelphia saying, you are a very special person to us.
Thinking about it now, man, it just made me think about it, put a smile on my face every time I think about it, man. Yeah. I appreciate the fact that they recognize us for the work that we did. You know, the councilman came out, Darryl Clark, they gave us citations, certificates, shook our hands, man, just let us know we did a good thing. It was a good thing to the community, man.
But then to see, for instance, see Milk with his certificate, that just made me feel really good, because I feel like I've been part of something that might have changed his life.
Yeah, man. Those are my boys, man. I'm gonna miss them, man. I would hate to see them go, even though I know they got life somewhere else. It's not gonna be the same with them gone. I'll tell you that.
Germantown Avenue is like, not a lot of people would be welcome to do this type of project.
And you're talking about groups of people, man, that are unlikely people to come together, and people that literally grew up on the streets. And like, we had two people on the work crew at one time whose, through generations, families never had a job, So I give him credit for going above and beyond like that, because he didn't have to. That wasn't part of the mission, That wasn't part of the thing. The part of the thing was, coming in and painting.
We're very interested in looking at how we make sure that the enthusiasm doesn't die. That there's all this excitement in the community now where people feel somebody cares about us, somebody's paid attention to us, somebody's invested in our community. Well, that enthusiasm can turn pretty quickly into disappointment if people feel like, oh, the artists are gone now, the paint is now peeling and people have forgotten about us. So we need to think about how we sustain that enthusiasm.
We talked about it once that you don't paint questions away, you paint them to the surface. Like by painting these houses, a lot of questions come up and you actually start thinking like, why isn't there any jobs? Why is everything boarded up? Why is our houses falling down? Why? And then when you can create all those questions and then leave like that. You have to, take your time and think like, okay, what have we created here and what can we, what happens next? What happens with the street after it's painted?
I hope it keep going. Don't let it stop y'all because of the community stopping. Y'all still know y'all artwork. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. You know what I mean?
This could be the end, but I feel like it's not the end. I think like it's more to be done around here, more to be done on the avenue, and it's like a lot of people making promises, so it's just like we waiting to see, and people put their money where their mouth is at.
We're not done, I guarantee it, we're not done. I see some buildings that need to be treated, and we're gonna figure out a way to continue to move this up the block.